What's up, everybody? So today we got the Invincible Iron Man from Mezco. This is part of their 112 collective pose play display. Alright, so this is a standard box. This is the standard release figure. So it's going to have the sleeve that comes up, which he's not in there, so let's just leave that down. Spinning around, and it shows on the back what you get. You get your Iron Man, you get wrist rocket, you get two of them. You got your chest beam effect, which is the top piece, and you got the thrusters for the boots, repulsor blast effects for the wrists. You get a base plate, power pods with diffuser missiles, and multiple changing hands. Okay, so you get an armature as well. Let's get that out of the way. So we got the base first. I love this base. I really do. I love how it doesn't. It's just an arc reactor. Doesn't say Iron Man. Doesn't say anything on it. It's very simple, very basic. I like the look of that. Okay, so let's bring the main man in here. Beautiful. Let me get the camera down for you guys. Hang tight. Don't need all that empty space up top. All right, this guy is absolutely beautiful. He is the metallic that they used on the red and on the gold just pops. You can see the beautiful flecking in there. Let's go over articulation, then we'll go into the accessories. He's got a ball jointed neck. He's got the shoulder. He's got an upper bicep. He's got the double jointed elbow. He's got the wrist, ball jointed wrist. He's got the ab. He's got not really a waist. Sorry about that. Not really a waist. He's got the hip, ball jointed hip. He's got the double jointed elbow or knee. So you have the boot cuff articulation right there, and he's got the ankle. No toe articulation, which isn't a problem. Okay. First things first, let's go over the mask. The mask does come off. It's the same as the other one I've done. So there's the Tony Stark face. Not so great, but like I said in the previous video with the other Iron Man armor that I've already gone over, who's really going to display it with the face up? Probably nobody. But you can magnetize the top. Nice little sticker on the inside. Really can't see in there with the camera lighting the way that it is. But there's a fun little sticker on the inside there, which probably hides the magnet. This goes on smoothly. Okay. We also have a light up feature in the arc reactor, which I'll show off at the end, and I'll show up the lights, and I'll end it that way. So we'll go over that last. So let's go over the accessories in person as opposed to the box. So we got the chest piece, which is the arc reactor chest piece. I'll put this on at the end as well when we light it up. We got the repulsor blast, which let's hold off on the repulsor blast. Let's look at the hands first. So he comes with the fisted hands, and you get these open hands, which are identical. They're mirrored. So you get two of these, which you can see that it's just an open hand. But then you also get, this is more, I guess I should say, it's a gripping hand, because it actually has the hands are a little bit curled. This would be considered an open hand. You can see that it has like an empty space in the hand itself, and that is for, now we'll get to the repulsor blast. So that plugs right into there like that, and then we can take this off and we can put this on here, and there you go. So you can have it come up like that, or you can have it going downward like doesn't seem to stick that very well. Maybe it was me. That could have been me. All right, and it can go downward like that, like he's thrusting off of it and shoot off. Okay. He also comes with 4 of these guys, which are the boot thrusters. So they plug into his feet like so. I'll just do one side to save time, because you guys can get the gist. There you go. All right. So what else did we get? We get wrist rockets, which are very nicely done. All the effects that they give you are done beautifully, absolutely beautifully. Let's get this camera down. Sorry about that. I'm just readjusting a little bit here. Okay. The wrist rocket's all done in clear plastic, and then the tip, the missile itself, is silver. This plugs in very nicely into the wrist. You don't even notice that there's an empty space there until you go to plug a wrist rocket in. Now, I suggest that you pose your figure first and then put the wrist rocket in, because it sits in there nicely, but there's not much to it. So do that last, so it works. All right, and everything's mirrored pretty much. You get two of everything. So it's kind of silly to show you both sides when it's just like, yeah, you should show me that. All right, so last piece before we get to the light up feature and the chest repulsor is this side piece pops right off. There's a little peg there, and you get the side pods, which you can do that on both sides, which look nice as well. Painted perfectly to match. You get a nice little clear piece here with the painted tips for the actual rockets, which makes it look very, very nice. So I did do a review of the exclusive version that Mezco put out, which actually came out before this one, which is very interesting that they would do that. I'll bring him in really quick. So there they are side by side. It is identical sculpt. They're identical. There's nothing different about them other than the paint. The accessories are the same, except for all the clear blue is clear red instead, which if you had both of these, it would be a nice mixture. You could put the red rocket boots on him and then have the blue up top, so you can show like different effects for, say, like one actually shows like a thrust and the other one shows more of a repulsor blast. So that's a nice little feature that they actually changed the colors of the accessories, at least for the rocket parts, so you could actually mix and match them. You can't mix and match the repulsor blast on the chest because the black version would have a black piece here, which when you plug this in and out, you won't be able to tell the difference. All right, so this pops off as well. Very simply, just grab from the bottom here. This one came off very smoothly and very easily, no force needed. And then this is a repulsor blast. This goes right into here, like so. Okay, and for the batteries do not come in the figure. They have to come. They come separately inside the package, so you don't have to buy them separately. They come with it. Be very careful with the screw. Do not strip it. Find the right screwdriver to do it. Flip that on. You're like, oh wow, that's great. You really can't see it. You can see a little bit of glow with these nice lights on. So let's shut the lights off for a moment. I'll have to shove all the lights in my room. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. You can see it a lot better there. And if you give me a second here, getting out of my seat, then flip off the actual light in the room. Now you can see a lot better. So there you go. There you can see how much of a glow effect it is. It is beautiful to look at when you're actually in person. You can actually see the color change throughout it as it grades further away from the arc. So that is beautifully done without the piece. See a nice little glow to it. Let's put this back in here like so. There you go. All right, so let's just flip back on these lights really quick. Here comes the brightness. And there we go. Okay, so thoughts on this figure. I love it. I love the other one. I love this one. I'll be getting the PX Diamond exclusive or previews exclusive version as well. Why? Iron Man is one of those figures where you could have 5 of them. You could have 10 of them. And as long as they're all different, it looks awesome because Iron Man has a lot of armors. So this is one of those figures where you're like, oh, I just need one. It's like, you could be happy with one. You're going to be happy with just this one and be like, I like Iron Man. I don't like him that much. Good to go. But if you want your own personal little hall of armor, if you want him with his bunch of armors, you're going to end up wanting to get them all. And this figure is definitely worth the price. I do believe he retails for $80. Yeah, I think 80 or maybe 100 because of the light feature. I'm not exactly sure. Somewhere between 80 and 100. Is he worth the price? Yes. Are you going to be happy with him? Yes. Is there die-cast metal on him, which I didn't even mention in this video? Yes, there is. There's die-cast metal in the shoulders, and I do believe down at the feet. Quick tip on how to figure out what's die-cast metal. If he's anywhere cold, that metal is going to really, really feel cold to the touch. So it's down in the feet, which makes his feet heavy, and it's up at the shoulders right here. Those are both metal. But like I said, this piece alone is one of those pieces where you have him sitting on a shelf and somebody's going to be like, wow, that's a really cool looking figure. This doesn't look like a toy. This looks almost like a statue at times. I'm very, very, very thoroughly impressed with this one. I absolutely love it. The moment I saw him, I've seen him a couple times at Toy Fair, and I've seen him at some of the cons before they released him, and I knew that they were going to knock this one out of the park, and they did not fail on this one. So there's one more coming out that they've announced. It's going to be a blue one. I'll have him. I'll be reviewing him. But overall, if you're wondering, should you get this figure? Yes, do not hesitate. I don't believe anybody would be disappointed knowing how much this figure is amazing. I think there's nobody out there that would really complain. He is spectacular. Not much more I can say about it. Aces. All right, I'm out. See you guys.